Hello, you beautiful people. It's been a crazy time in GTA Online. I'm a level 280 player and I've got pretty much everything I need. I've got multiple houses, apartments, half a dozen of 10-car garages and more cars than a man could ever wish to have. I run several businesses and I'm a multimillionaire. I've shot millions of bullets, thousands of rockets and killed a countless amount of officers. But all of this power is beginning to become stale. There is blood on my hands and I can't wash it off no more. At some point it just becomes too much for a man to handle. It's time for a fresh restart. So, why did I move here? I guess it was the weather. I was welcomed by Lamar, who immediately hit on me as I arrived on the Los Santos International Airport. I threw the red rose away like it was a bad Jamaican cigarette and hopped in the car, where I was given something that would decide whether I would live or be lived in this mad world.
Give me a tug here. My bad, okay, let's go. Say, baby, you know, your boy know people all over the city right now.
After a ride through the glorious city of Los Santos, completing a few mandatory jobs from Lamar and Gerald, and a meeting with Lester Crest about an upcoming heist, I was finally set free into the world of GTA Online. I noticed a player on the minimap. He was being chased by cops, but he was driving something worth more than money. He was after all driving the one and only Sprunk Buffalo. What a legend, Sonny would be proud. I needed friends and this seemed like the perfect match. I did not want to lose this person and so I raced after him, hoping he would eventually stop his car and make contact with me. We dove into an alleyway and I honked my horns.
I come in peace.
He or she jumped out of her car and hopped into mine. Wow. The cops were closing in and so I floored the gas pedal. I squeezed my way along the cops and dove into a construction site in an attempt to shake them. But this woman yeeted her body out of the car and ran off. She climbed the ladder and I followed her. What is she doing? What is her plan? We lost the cops, but immediately we were under attack again as some random bald ass assassin came running around the corner, pulled out his gun and started shooting at Mrs. Sprunk. We both hid behind something solid and without any hesitation I pulled out my pistol and popped a bullet into his bald face. But that didn't end it. More bad guys showed up and started spraying bullets in my direction. I was surrounded and in an attempt to escape I jumped down, but there were more bad guys and just like that, they drilled me out of existence. It's been a long day. I went for a ride through town and made my way to Los Santos Customs as I was being told to do. But I had no idea what I was about to face. Some massive Mad Max-alike truck was spitting fire everywhere. What on earth is this bullshit? Where have I ended up? I quickly drove inside the mod shop to prevent my car and myself from turning into toast. And so I let the mechanic repair my ride and put some neat rims on my wheels, matching the color of the car of course. Gotta ride in style, huh? Gerald messaged me. He was eager to witness my shooting skills before trusting me with any new jobs. And y'all know I'm always up for a challenge, right? So here we are. I walked into this blue hologram and just like that it teleported me from Earth and started this game. Okay, so the goal here is to take out the other team before they take you out. And so I just ran towards the enemy team, hid behind the wall and shot not just one, not two, but 3 bullets his way and just like that, won the first match. Round 2. I looked around to see if I could find any useful stuff, like body armor or extra bullets. But nah, I couldn't really find anything, and so I just approached the enemy again. Shots were whizzing past me and I was trying to figure out where this enemy was hiding. I calmly waited for him to pop his head out and there he was, right in my vision. But my aim was a bit off and I couldn't hit him. At least not right away. He freaked out and started running around, approaching me. I caught a few bullets on my chest and so did this green creature, but I hit him in the head and that would give me an epic victory royale. The creature seemed impressed and smiled in the chat. He asked me to join him in free mode and so I said, okie dokie. I was happy and glad I made myself a new friend. I desperately told this creature that I need to make some money. I'm quite a broke-ass bitch right now in a city of filthy murderers. And so he told me,
I help you.
He called in one of his crazy vehicles and told me to get in. And so I did. He was gonna bring us to his crazy underground bunker located past the damn dam, but crashed down the cliff, and so we got in his helicopter plane thingy instead and landed on the platform and brought me inside his underground bunker. On our way to the planning room, I spotted something very shiny and beautiful in the corner of my eyes. I thought, oh, I want, and so I started searching for an entrance to the room. And yes, there was an entrance. I looked at that beautiful minigun and picked it up. What an interesting upgrade. Not much later, my CEO launched our first job, and so we hopped in her flying DeLorean and flew to the scene. Once we arrived, we hopped in the battle tank so we could beat the guards with ease. Or at least, that's how she thought it would be going. Instead, some weaponized helicopter with explosive bullets arrived at the scene as well and obliterated the hell out of this tank. And so we were killed. And I ended up in a very peculiar cutscene at a very awkward moment in the middle of a fight.
Welcome. They said I was a charlatan, a fraud.
Nothing.
After a minute or two, I was set free and respawned. The boss had gotten herself a new war machine and picked me up. Then she told me to get revenge and kill the helicopter. I am a loyal person and enjoyed life very much, and so without any hesitation I opened fire against this flying bomb, and just like that, with a little help from an unknown friend, got my revenge and obliterated the hell out of it. Once back at the scene, the boss got the truck stuck, and so I got out and popped the living life out of every single one of the guards. I was gonna take care of this tryhard just outside of the property, but I underestimated him, and just like that. I respawned right next to the murdering creature, and along with my companions shot and obliterated him so hard he must have crawled back into his mom's belly. We quickly ran back to the bloody property. Boss grabbed the key from the garden and opened the garage where another, but this time short, gunfight would take place. I jumped into the driver's seat of the DeLorean and bolted out of the garage and off the property before Mr. Tryhard would blow me up once again. I made it out, gave the car a little paint job and successfully delivered it to the bunker. To my glorious surprise, I found even more free weapons in the bunker, and of course I grabbed them all. I figured I'd make a little tour around the bunker in hopes to find even more free weaponry. I didn't, but downstairs I did find myself a glorious, epic Griggs Sprung Stub. I got kicked out of the bunker, and so I thought I'd call the dear mechanic to deliver my car to me. But hey, apparently one needs to own a garage before receiving the mechanic's services. Luckily, somebody abandoned their ride pretty close by. Yes, it's missing a front tire, but hey, it drives, and it's better than running 2 kilometers without any stamina towards civilization, right? So I drove off and I crashed my car down the bloody cliff. After a little while and a randomly placed cutscene from our dear friend Simeon, my boss decided to pick me up, or at least that's what she attempted to do, as she failed to land her helicopter and bashed it into every single bloody rock she could find. I was quite stunned and amazed by this peculiar event that was occurring in front of my eyes, as it swirled from left to right, up, down and upside down, and eventually faced its inevitable future. But buckle up guys, because we would soon experience the truly torturous behavior of the extremist GTA Online tryhards. We were once again under major attack by another hostile helicopter. We fired back with all we got as boss spawned in another one of her flying machines. I was having doubts of getting in this vehicle, as that chopper would probably take us down before we even reached liftoff. But like I said, I'm a loyal soldier, and so I followed. I feared of my life and was shitting in my pants as the chopper was approaching fast and shooting rockets and bullets everywhere. I was right indeed. We were blown out of existence once again. We spawned back near the road and it seemed to have gotten a bit more quiet here. But I realized that wouldn't last long. The choppers would return, and so I quickly crossed the streets and grabbed myself a getaway vehicle. The helicopter was indeed already approaching and I saw no chance of escaping it in this car. And so I parked it in between the buildings here, hoping I would be safe. I got out and grabbed the minigun I obtained earlier in the bunker, opened fire to the helicopter as hard as I possibly could, but it fired back with explosive bullets. A random truck yeeted its ass in front of me from left to right, but I kept fighting and would not fall back until death. I respawned and attempted to reach my car, but this truck driver had already spotted me and absolutely riddled my belly with bullets. Another respawn and the truck opened fire immediately without mercy. I now realized I need to find shelter ASAP. I hid behind this wall and tried to defend myself again. But now the cops were on my ass too and started shooting me from behind. I was closed in with bullets coming from both sides and was forced to move out. But the truck had already approached me and was ready to obliterate me once again. Respawn number 5000 and the cops were wheezing by and I decided to fire at them to make them stop so that I could grab that car and get my ass to safety. But I stood no chance. The truck was sticking to my ass like a leech and just like that I fell to the floor once again. I was losing hope of ever escaping this madness as I died over and over again. I managed to get to my car but they shot me again. I respawned and we were given a moment of peace, and so while the cops were still on our ass but quite far away, we rushed towards the bunker on foot. This is where I once again realized I really need to work on this character's bloody stamina, as it literally has none. We thought we escaped the utter agony of being victimized by tryhards and made our way towards the dam. What an experience for sure. I only had to make it across the dam to be safe from these killer machines. After about 30 minutes of pure agony, we both made it to the bunker and Boss said she had the ultimate solution to this madness. She would guide me towards some high-tech room and show me what would be the ultimate weapon against these ruthless creatures. It would be the orbital cannon. This weapon could trace any player in the lobby and would absolutely destroy the target within seconds and of course piss them off even more. But hey, so what? We obliterated both Mad Meat 2 and Dark Crafter X with just one press of a button. Now that we were safe and well in this concrete fortress, I proposed to start the next job. But Boss had different plans. She dragged me back to her aircraft and flew us to the Los Santos International Airport. I thought we had gotten our revenge, but Boss was not satisfied yet. She told me to grab the guns and open fire to the ruthless creatures that killed us before. I obliterated the entire highway, but they were hiding underneath the overpass, so I could not possibly hit them until they bolted away. Heading towards the tunnel, I opened fire again and had many hits, but that would not be enough. They disappeared in the tunnel, but we were still on them. We could still see them on the radar and stick to them. But then everyone left the session, including Boss. And without a warning, the game kicked me straight out of the helicopter, and so I stormed towards death, face planting on the hard concrete rooftop underneath me. What an ending to such a tragic story, and what a great introduction to Grand Theft Auto Online. Well guys, I sincerely hope you enjoyed the tragic story of this beautiful woman. It was an episode of pure agony and failure, but we made it all the way to level 6 guys. And we made a whopping $30,000. Now, if you want to see more of this in the future, please walk up to your beloved brother, sister, mother, father, wife, husband, son, daughter, dog, or your local police officer, and please yell these 3 words into their face, because guys, this channel will be cancelled by the 10th of July if we don't make it to 1,000 amazing subscribers before then. I set myself this goal and challenge because I need to know if this hobby and passion of mine is worth the time invested. So go smash the like, subscribe and share this video with your loved ones, and let me know what you're excited to see next on this channel. This was Gilbertar with the first ever episode of starting over in GTA Online, and I am truly excited to release more videos on this topic. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.